Come on. Mr. 305, Dario G, TKZ. We got the game on. Just play with me.
Back with you right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info. We are Femi and the gang. Samuel Victor Akban here for Thursday's edition of the show in good company of Adeze Michael and Chuman Nali. Together we have been talking about the Unity Cup and the future of our Super Eagles team. And my question to you, as I've been asking on the other side of the break, was what sort of team would you want us to get? Built us by Eric Shell, and I gave 3 examples with club size and world football. Do you want Eric Shell to give you a Super Eagles team that reminds you of Barcelona under Hansi Flick? They will kill you with goals, but they will concede just one less than they score you. That's one side. So ultra attacking team, or would you rather a team that is very compact? They don't score too many goals, they don't concede too many, but they are very strong in being defensive and attacking minded. Case study, Inter Milan. Or would you rather a team that's ultra defensive? I don't think it's 2004, 2005 season. That Mourinho team was very attacking. So maybe my example in that sense is wrong because they outscored everybody in the league that season, got more points.
Because that year they also considered only 15 goals.
Only 15 goals, yeah,
mad,
and they
bro.
lost only 3 matches or thereabouts. So maybe we need to find another team to use as a case study.
Maybe the Inter team in 2010, his Inter team against Barca.
But they also were very attacking. They scored goals.
Then maybe you go for Diego Simeone's team.
Atletico Madrid, bless you, Chuma. Atletico Madrid in vintage Diego Simeone. They score one and that's it.
The days of Juan Fran and Felipe Luis.
Yeah, those good old days. Diego Costa. Yeah, very solid.
Thibaut Courtois.
The year they won the league, I think that's the year they won the league. Or the following season. 2016 or
2014 is when they won the league.
So it must be 15, 16.
Yeah.
So they score you one and that's it. They're very defensively solid. They don't score too many goals. All right, so the phone lines are open for you, 0201-277-0993, 0201-465-7190. If you saw the Nigeria-Ghana game yesterday in the Unity Cup, what are the expectations for the final against Jamaica? What positives did you see from that game yesterday to suggest to you that we are moving in the right direction? When you call in, turn down the volume of your radio set so we can talk. WhatsApp is open for you, 08095975805.
Good evening, Mr. Samuel.
Good evening. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Daniel, I'm calling from Sulere. Everybody in the house.
Welcome.
Good evening.
I want a team that will score and concede. There's no way you will score that you will not concede, but let it be at least half goal or just one.
So which of the teams that I used as examples are you going for? Barca, Inter, Atletico Madrid?
No. I'll go for Atletico Madrid.
All right, that's the.
They will score you, but they would. Atletico Madrid will score. They will not. They will not concede. They will score, but at least because of our defense, at least I know we'll score 1-0, but because of our attack, we'll score more.
All right, thank you. Appreciate you for calling in. Case studies. I've mentioned the 3 teams. Which of that team would you like the Super Eagles to become? Hello, good evening to you. Hello.
Samuel.
Hi, good evening. What's your name?
Good evening, Samuel.
Good evening. What's your name?
Adetayo from Ikoyi.
All right, Tayo.
Adaize and Ogachuma. Good evening.
Good evening. Welcome.
Let me start with the Super Eagles. It's very good that we won that match, but I wouldn't want to put a premium on us winning the Unity Cup. To me, personally, I don't think it's anything. It's like a friendly match to me.
All right.
What I'm very happy for is that he invited 10 home-based players, and at least we saw some of them perform. I'm very happy about that. Papa Daniels and the other guy, his name just left my head now.
So
Yes,
in
thank you.
Mm.
Then going back to Chelsea, you said when we will call in, we should
Yeah,
hail them as champions.
yeah.
Yes, champions they are, but Conference League, that's another
Alright.
topic for another
We'll
day.
get to that conversation and the very much later. All right. Thank you so much. Appreciate you,
Okay.
Papa. I say Papa Daniel.
That NPFL where they talk about any on Tuesday. Now you go hear them. You cannot run away from it.
Thank you so much for calling. All right. Let's keep taking calls. Hello. Good evening to you.
People agree to now.
Okay.
Good evening. What's your name?
Jonathan and my name.
All right, Jonathan.
I watched the highlights of that match. I think the pattern of play was top notch. I think they are really pushing for goals. If you check, even they lost some chances. They should have scored more than 2. So, but I as a Nigerian, me I don't be fan of any club. Nigeria they play. My heads are there. So make them win every time. That is my own. So I place a premium on this tournament. I want them to win. Yes.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of any club. I just enjoy good football.
All right.
But me, I'm a fan of
So
our national team.
if we don't win, that's unacceptable for you.
I go Bezo.
Who your best? Who your best? All right, but I understand
Anyway,
you.
then I like many goals too.
Oh, so you like a
You know,
Super
the
Eagles
days
that
of-
is like
yes,
Barca?
the days of West Ham. All the frontiers are scoring. The wingers are scoring. Attackers are scoring.
Mm.
Left and right. I want that kind of a thing.
All right. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you very much.
Appreciate you for calling in. But if you get a Super Eagles like Barca, you know Barca were knocked out by that Inter Milan team that were very compact. So maybe Ghana will be the one beating us next time. I know Nigeria winning. Hello, good evening to you.
Hello, Big Sam.
Hi, good evening. What's your name?
Yeah, this is Yusuf from Sulere.
All right, Yusuf, talk to us.
Good evening to Chuma and Adez.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, I think from your discussion, I think I will go for the Barcelona team.
Okay.
This is the reason why I choose Barcelona.
All right.
Because it has been long we watch our Super Eagles, especially African football. They hardly score goals. So if Super Eagles can start playing like Barcelona, let them score plenty goals. If you concede, no problem. Let's just win the match. If you go with Athletic Madrid pattern, when they score 1-0, then you know that football don't finish. You see, even stand up like 35 minutes.
Come on.
Because you know the game don't finish.
All right.
But if it is Barcelona, you'll be waiting because you know that even 90 plus, they will still score more goals. If you concede less, then win the match. Who cares about conceding the goals? I think Barcelona pattern will be good.
But for you as a fan, wouldn't it be... Barca fans are complaining like, we're going to lead 3-0, or we first they lose 3-0, then we now win 4-3. You know that kind of... It's high potential football.
Big Sam, if our Super Eagles can concede 2 goals and even come back and equalize and win, I'll be very happy.
It's not always guaranteed that it happens, though.
Because the Super Eagles that I know, it has been... Before you will see 3-0, 3-1, it go hard.
All right.
You see 1-1, 1-0, 2-0. But if they are playing that Barcelona pattern now,
yeah.
So far as they are going to get the 3 points, if they score you 4 and score them 3, 1-0 difference, there's no problem.
All right. Thank you.
And congratulations to Chelsea.
All right.
Oh my God.
We're
I'm
getting
sorry,
there.
Adeze.
We're getting
I hope
there.
you know who is talking.
I do. We know we're getting there. Thank you so much for calling. I appreciate you. All right. Some of your messages coming through on WhatsApp. Good evening, Nigeria Info. Ada, for me, as a Chelsea fan, what I'm happy to or celebrating about is the history we made yesterday. Come on, Ada. History is not easy to break or make. Tunde from Lekki. All right. Thank you so much, Tunde, for your thoughts. Back to the phone lines. Hello. Good evening to you. Hello. Hello.
Hello?
Hi, good evening.
Samuel.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just want to add. Adetaya from Ikoyi again.
All right.
Do you remember our US 94 team? The
Yes,
kind
I
of
do.
football we played, the wing play, and how beautiful our football is.
Yeah.
JJ Okocha and the likes.
Yeah.
I want that football back. That kind of style. And I think it's the Barcelona style we need.
All right.
I don't care how many goals we concede, so long as we are entertaining and we are winning.
Okay. All right then. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
I appreciate you, Aditya, for calling back. This one says, okay. Okay. Good evening, guys. Femi and the gang, greetings to you people in the house. My name is Egwali Michael Chukwunike. I truly love Adeza Michael so much, and I mean it. But as for me, Chelsea needs to celebrate and appreciate God for the trophy and the top four. Let's check it this way. What is the difference between Liverpool, Tottenham, Crystal Palace, Newcastle, and Chelsea? They all won trophies in different categories of football tournaments this season. Yet Chelsea won the Conference League and makes top four and qualifies for Champions League. This applies to Liverpool, Tottenham. Not sure what you're shooting at, but he says let's look forward to next season. God bless Nigeria Info. We say amen to that. Tayo from Aja says if Chelsea no win, the conversation would be if Chelsea, despite spending all the money, can't win third tier tournament. For me, a win is a win. That is it. I'd like to dedicate the win to Buchila Balaba for supporting Chelsea. Maxwell from Olodia Papa as well. You remember that fan who, the great Chelsea fan that used to call into Nigeria Info? I mean, he just reminded me of him, Maxwell, who passed on. Yeah. Great guy he was. I wish the Eagles all the best in the Unity Cup, and I can't blame Shell if we don't qualify for the World Cup. We're just hoping on a prayer and failure of our opponents. I'd prefer a solid defense for the Eagles. All right. Hello, good evening to you.
Hello.
Hi there, good evening to you.
Hello, sir. Good evening, I greet you. Ada, I greet you also.
Good evening, welcome.
Yeah, this is Don Duque from Savoyaba.
All right, Don, talk to us.
I just want to congratulate my Chelsea, despite all the wumbling and fumbling this season, going back, going front at the end of the day. We end up winning something, at least continentally, and then being in top four. That means by next year, by next season, they should be serious. I don't want that situation. That is why I zero my mind. Anything comes out, I don't want to have heart attack. Going 4 steps forward and the 10 steps backward. In fact, what happened this season, in fact, I always have attack. It's not that I'm somebody who likes zeroing my mind, you know. So I congratulate them as well. But next season they should be very serious next season.
All right.
That's just my take.
Okay, then.
Thank you very
so much, Don. Appreciate you for calling in. Guys, don't forget to be part of the One Play Lottery Game Show, *347, *880, *3# and www.oneplay.ng. All right, back to your thoughts on WhatsApp. This one says, good evening, Kenny from Lambe Akute. Good evening, Samuel, Samwine, and Chuma. I celebrate Chelsea on winning Conference League. Can we, in the same vein, wish them more of this type of cup soon? All right, we'll be right back after this very short break.
This success is like an aeroplane. You only see the graceful flight high up in the sky, but not the roaring, powerful engines propelling it. Likewise, in the world of e-payments, you only see transactions done, funds remitted. But who pioneered these financial technology solutions? Well, you knew it as Value Card, now Unified Payments, Nigeria's premier financial technology service provider. Yes, it starts here. Find out more at www.up-ng.com. Unified Payments, unifying businesses for people.
Mommy, you want to watch YouTube?
Not my phone again. Every time YouTube.
Mommy, you want to watch YouTube?
You want to watch YouTube? Not with my phone. Go and watch TV.
But there's no YouTube on our TV.
That's before. With the new Airtel Smart Router, for just 25,000 naira, you can watch YouTube and more on any TV, even our own TV.
Really? Yay! Thank you, Mommy.
Oh, you're welcome.
Turn any TV into a smart TV with the Airtel Smart Router and watch Nollywood movies, football, and lots more on YouTube with unlimited data for 30 days. Airtel, a reason to imagine.
This Eid, now we'll go enjoy.
Now people will waka enter Grand Square, of course.
From June 2nd, go 7 Grand Square, they run better discounts. We go sweet your belly. Now the Grand Eid Bonanza, discounts full ground like Kusuya for Ilea.
Special discounts on top brands for foodstuff, electronics, household, and many more. Better enjoyment they involved though.
Now celebration season with sweet savings and up to 60% off on select items.
So make you carry the whole squad. Go Grand Square for Abuja, Ikeja, VI, and Kano.
Grand Square Eid Bonanza. Ilea just got better.
Discounts everywhere. Come shop with no wahala.
From June 2nd to the 7th, you know where to be.
It's Grand Square. Come and shop with glee.
Charlatan Quality Anti-Malaria contains Artemisa and Lumefantrine, available in cherry-flavored dispersible tablets with very convenient dosing for kids. Charlatan is also available in tablets for adults. Knock out malaria in 3 days with Charlatan from Shalina Healthcare. If symptoms persist after 3 days, consult your doctor.
Charlatan is endorsed by the Nigerian Medical Association.
What can your bank do for you? Meet Jane, 25 years old. She's been having troubles acquiring a loan from her bank.
This is not okay at all. I've been on this queue forever, and you're saying I should fill another form. What's going on?
What can your bank do for you? Meet Frank, 27 years old, held up in traffic and making fruitless transactions.
Mama, I am paying the airtime, even the electricity charges. I don't know why it's so difficult making this payment.
Introducing Safri, a lifestyle digital bank that's designed just for you. With one click, you can make easy and fast payment transactions, pay bills, and even acquire easy loans. Hurry and download the Safri app on your Play Store. Visit safrisafri.com for more information. Safri, borderless banking.
For 3 great seasons, the fans have fought with passion and fire, their best they brought. The banter was bold, the debates were tight, each word a weapon, each match a fight. But now it's bigger, the stakes much higher, the battle returns and it's full of fire. Fan Battle 4 with Femi and the Gang on 99.3 Nigeria Info. The stage is bang. In partnership with Sports Salon, we raise the game with glory, honor, and a shot at fame. Think you've got what it takes to score? Then step right up. It's time for more.
Fan Battle 4 starts Tuesday, June 3rd through July from 7 p.m. weekdays on Nigeria Info.
Fan Battle 4. Let the battle begin.
Welcome back to your #1 talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigeria Info. Nigeria
Info.
Ladies and gentlemen,
all in one station gives you great talk every day.
Once you have money, to have influence and power, you can rule. Came to testify because the old man cannot lie. That they gave him judgment. This man will embezzle the money. This military man. I can't even prove the NMPC the way it will be CPM. Better to say, I will come and do my best, Nigeria. Please support me. Let's how we work together.
I am stop defending him.
I am not. I'm not.
I'm defending him a lot.
If your ministers don't work, vote them out of office. If the governors don't work, vote them out of office. Well, I'm hoping that you can educate yourself enough.
I think a black man is caught.
No, don't say that.
We are suffering from post-traumatic disorder. We are traumatized.
How do you say that the world is survival of the fittest?
Hear the news and your views, and we'll tell you what's new.
Your #1 station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, it's game on.
Hey Lagos, I've got something fun for kids, parents, guardians, uncles, aunties, whoever you are,
this is for you. The Kids FM Festival 2.0 is back. Get your families ready and let's have some fun with games, music, and so much more. If you missed the first one, don't miss the second edition of the Kids FM Festival, happening June 1st, 2025 at the Balmoral Convention Center, Lagos. Time 12 p.m. sharp. Don't miss the fun. Don't miss the vibes. Bring your friends, brothers, sisters, moms, dads, aunts, and uncles, and let's turn up. It's the Kids FM Festival. Let's make memories that sparkle. Register now at www.kidsfm.ng. One more time, register at www.kidsfm.ng. Let the countdown begin. Sunday, June 1st at Balmoral Convention Center, 12 p.m. prompt. Kids FM Festival 2.0. Family fun. So come, let's play.
Hi guys, I'm Peter Drury, football commentator, and you are hanging out with Femi and the Gang on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
2 minutes down, 8 p.m. and it's still game on 99.3 Nigeria Info. We are Femi and the Gang. Sam here with Daisy and Chuma. We've been talking about the Super Eagles of Nigeria and the Unity Cup, and also getting to hear your take on what could be the best looking Super Eagles team for Nigeria based on strategy and approach to football matches. And of course, that conversation continues. But let's quickly talk about other things in the world of sports, this time going over to Europe and talking about yesterday's Conference League final and the ramifications of that victory for Chelsea. And of course, trying to define if going from winning the Champions League to winning the Europa League to winning the Conference League is continued success or a drop in success for Chelsea. That's what we're going to be talking about right now. Chelsea booked their place in the Champions League for next season with that victory over Nottingham Forest on Sunday. Then went on yesterday to beat Real Betis in the Conference League final in Wrocław in Poland yesterday. And of course...
they respect you as you take pronounce the place. The name of the place, actually, very seamlessly.
And they won that one yesterday, and of course did give them the opportunity to lift the first silverware in the post-Roman Abramovich era, this time with Ted Burley and Bedat Egbali. You could see them celebrating. They were on the pitch of play when Chelsea secured that victory over Forest on Sunday. They also celebrated yesterday's victory over Real Betis. But is winning trophies? Chelsea are now the first team to win all of Europe's major trophies. Yeah, no other team has done that. And you look at the fact that should Chelsea even be playing in the Conference League in the first place? That's one question that is very, very pertinent. And then the second question is, if they are playing there and they're expected to win it, and they go on to win it, assuming they didn't win it yesterday, the knives will be out yesterday, rightly so, that you can't even win the Conference League that you shouldn't even be playing in the first place. And now you're there, you're playing Noah, you're playing Moses, you're playing Aaron FC, and you're playing Israel FC. And now you have £1 billion of salaries, and those people have like 250,000 naira they are paying the entire club. So you say the golfing class. Now, what do we define as this Chelsea model? Is it successful, or is it a drop in value of some sort for club, a drop in success? Chuma, Adeze, only two sides to stand on this conversation. Do you think Chelsea are a successful team with what they've achieved yesterday, or do you think successful teams in that context should not even be winning the Conference League?
I just remembered when they were asking Cole Palmer and Rich James some questions, and then Palmer was asked about how successful their season is, and he said, ask the captain. I feel like telling you, ask the captain now, really. I think it says it all. So standards are set in life. I remember using a line during the course of one of the Football Frenzy presentations a couple of Saturdays ago, where I said, it's going to be embarrassing if Arsenal don't finish second. At that stage, we're about a fortnight away from the end of the Premier League season. And then an Arsenal fan took that personal and sent a message. How would you be saying it's going to be embarrassing? The people who are behind them, are they And I said it depends on the standards you set for yourself in life. All right. There are certain people who will take third in school and they'll be proud of coming third because for them it's a huge privilege that they are third. There's some other ones who have been used to taking first in class, and when they take third, they will cry and go back home with their report card. And that's what life is all about, the standards you set for yourself. And Chelsea's standards since 2005 have been very, very different. Chelsea before 2005 would have been proud of course, they are proud now still of winning, the UEFA Europa Conference League, but it would have been a big thing for them to win it back then, but not the Chelsea post 2005. The standard set by Roman Abramovich when he bought that club was a standard so high that even when Claudio Ranieri knocked out Arsenal from the quarterfinal stage of the Champions League and Chelsea progressed to the semi-finals, Chelsea eventually got eliminated from that, and we know FC Porto beat Monaco in the final. Ranieri left and he had to go for Mourinho because he wanted somebody who will win the titles for him. That's the standard of Chelsea. It's a Chelsea side who had a coach, Roberto Di Matteo, who was not amongst the big names who led them to win the UEFA Champions League title in 2012. And when the season wasn't going too well, the season after that one, he was sent packing. They did not say, oh, he just won Champions League for us, I beg. Pity him and keep him. Those are how high Chelsea standards are. Chelsea standards are so high that when they won the UEFA Europa League in 2013, the players were expecting some bonus for winning the competition, and it wasn't in their contract at all because Roman Abramovich did not even expect Chelsea to be in the Europa League in the first place. So there was no winning bonus for the Chelsea players having won the Europa League because the expectations were bonuses will come when you win the UEFA Champions League. That's how high Chelsea standards are, and those standards have become as high as the big teams in world football. Will Real Madrid want to play in the Europa League? Never in this entire life will Real Madrid ever. In fact, I suspect they have never been there before. So I suspect that Real Madrid, if they were to fall from the Champions League into the Europa League, then I think maybe now small boys they will play for that tournament because their standards are not there at all, and that's where Chelsea are supposed to be. So for Chelsea to have not just left the Champions League to the Europa League, but to play in the UEFA Conference League is already an embarrassing situation by the high standards of the team. So yeah, the least expected from you as a Chelsea at that stage is win the trophy. And even when you win the trophy, don't make too much noise about it. You've won it, okay, yeah, you've won it. Guys, on to the next one immediately. What are we going to do better to ensure that we get things right next season to win bigger trophies? That's it. From a holistic perspective, the fact that they qualified to be in the Champions League by making the top four and also winning this, a successful season. But if your question to me is just based on Chuma, Chelsea winning the UEFA Europa Conference League, does that make their season a success? I'm sorry, no. Because they should not be there in the first place.
Okay. Adeze, is this a level of success or is this a drop in standard?
It's easy for the fans to jump on the trend that says becoming the first and only team in Europe to win all that is available. That sounds good. It's a very easy.
That's a feat, isn't it?
Maybe for the fans, it's a feat. They won the trophy available to them. They found themselves finishing 7th last season, right? And then automatically on the Europa League conference, and then the draw was made. And from the outset, they were the favorites. And that was a sort of psychological barrier for the players to also navigate. There's one thing you being tagged the favorite. There's another thing you overcoming the storm on the road until you still go ahead to win the trophy. It's a young team. They had to overcome some sort of psychological barrier. The fixtures favored them, and they won the UEFA Conference League. UEFA Conference League. However, like I said, they will take it. That's a feat. Any trophy available, Chelsea has won it. It's easy. That's the street language. That's for the people out on the street, the fans. It's for the bragging rights. But is that what the club used to be all about? That's what I said. The celebration for me yesterday, I was ashamed. Yeah, honestly, I was ashamed. I gave a narrative during my monologue. I said, it's just like you've been in primary 5. You're a senior person. And then somehow if something happened and then probably you're demoted back to primary 2, and then you go there and then you outshone everybody, you smash A's and 100 over 100, and then what are you jubilating for? Are you not supposed to be ashamed of yourself?
That 10 years later, I can still go and write where I can pass.
2021, you were lifting the UEFA Champions League. You were lifting the 2021. You were lifting the UEFA Champions League, for crying out loud. And look at you in 2025. The third tier competition that West Ham celebrated for us. These are the teams, no shades to them. These are the teams that should be in this competition. So it's okay to take it. But it's not to celebrate and say they've won a trophy. What sort of trophy have you won? It's a European trophy, fine. Any other team that will pass, you celebrate, be happy. But that is not Chelsea. I saw the men that played in the Champions League final in Munich. I juxtaposed with what they have. Look at Liverpool that won the Premier League. You've got to have men everywhere. They assembled young boys. Now, how did they even win the UEFA Conference League? They have a coach who, I don't know where he's coming from. In the last 25 minutes of that game, we saw that Cole Palmer single-handedly tore up the script of Chelsea Football Club game plan and took the initiative by himself. Enough of the slow build-up possession at all cost style. I'm going to go on to take this ball. I'm going to play what's on my mind. Cole Palmer single-handedly won that final for Chelsea because he didn't want to think about what the coach said. They told and told and told. They couldn't, break the stubborn defense of Real Betis. Somebody had to take the initiative. Cole Palmer said, yeah, I'm going to go on and play what I want. And look at how it worked. And that coincided with his lack of form because he wants just slowly build up. No. Slow, patient build-up play gives your opponent opportunity to quickly turn over the ball and cut off your supply line and start for your progression. I'm not a coach, but I mean, these are basic things.
Yeah.
Why are Barcelona so unplayable? They're quick, they're aggressive, they press so high. So it's not working. That Pep diet, that penchant to stick to my August philosophy is not working. So if you look at how things have gone, I would say, yeah, take it. But it's not something you need to celebrate. It's a moment of reflection. Is this where they want to be? And Cole Palmer will be asking himself, am I at the right club? I feel like he's a big fish out of the water at Stamford Bridge.
All right. Okay. So here's a very interesting conversation for you to be part of. And I want you to really think about it critically. If you put every single task in front of me, every difficulty level, good, advanced, experts, legend, you know how you play games and there are different levels of difficulty. Now you continually scale whatever level is put in front of you and you come out successful. And I give Samuel Victor Akpan just one level and he continues to dominate that particular level. But doesn't know if he can, win the legend level. Doesn't know if he can beat the advanced level. He's just good at the professional level. And when we will have to look at who's better, the man that has gone across the world and done it all, seen it all, and has a perspective on what the world looks like, or the man that says, I'm in Africa, in Nigeria, and this is what the world is like. From one lens, from one perspective, or from 4 different perspectives, which would you rather term as a success? Right? That's the conversation today. And I wanted to ask, if Real Madrid, Chuma mentioned Real Madrid, if Real Madrid drops to the Europa Conference League and they fail to win it, knowing they're Real Madrid 15 times champion, should that not be failure for Real Madrid? That season, in the context of that season, if you find your Mbappes and your Rodrigos playing against Noah and Moses and Jesus, and you're there and you don't win it, you get knocked out in the quarterfinals, knowing that you are worth 300 billion pounds and Noah is worth 150,000 pounds. Isn't that a failure?
It is. Once they get into the competition, it's a failure. Even when they win, it is a failure by Real Madrid's high standards. I was just going to say something. I know you want to go to the phone lines. In the last 2 decades, Leicester City have done what Man City, Manchester United, Arsenal, Chelsea have not done. They've been champions of the Championship and champions of the Premier League. Does it make them better than Man City and Man U?
All right, I like that. I like that. So let's talk. What's success to you? 3 angles or 1 angle? 020127709930201465 7190. Here's one play reminding you that you can win this level of money consistently by playing *347 *880 *3 hash and www.oneplay.ng. We have money. Monies for a couple of persons to win today. 40,000 naira for one person. We could give up to 120,000 naira today. So keep playing to be part of that. All right, when you call in, articulate your points so we can pick out what you want. I stand one way, but I want to be swayed the other way, right? And I want to learn from you. So let's talk. Turn down the volume of your radio set when you call in. Hello, good evening to you.
Hello, good evening. This is Wale calling from Solere.
All right, Wale, you've heard the conversation. What is success to you?
You see, Real Madrid, they can never play in the Conference League.
Never say never.
It can never happen. You understand? it is what you wish for yourself that will happen. You understand what I mean?
No, I don't.
See, the question is, you see Chelsea player, they're supposed to ask themselves, is this type of competition they're supposed to play? You understand? See, let me tell you something. I don't think it's a success for Chelsea. Bro. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You have been on top for over the years. You know what I mean? And you now find yourself in the lower league. Play a team like Cyprus. In Cyprus, Azerbaijan, you understand? All these lower country. You know what I mean?
So let me ask you something. Would it have been better?
Yeah,
would it have been better they lost to Noah and lost to all those clubs they lost to? Would that be a success?
I mean, see, let me tell you something. If they are, even though in the first place, you know what I mean? If they are be eliminated in the first round, I say, okay, don't let us just play this competition. Let's just go.
That would have been better.
It's not their level. I'm telling you, it's not their level at all.
All right.
Yes, man.
All right, then. Thank you so much. Appreciate you for calling in. Hello. Good afternoon. Good evening, rather.
Sammy.
Good evening. What's your name?
My name is Eyo from Ikorodu.
All right. Talk to us, Eyo.
I want us to look at this background. I'm not going the line of Chuma and Ada there. See, Chelsea, it is not the rule of Chelsea to go and play, conference. Chelsea, it is not Abramovich Chelsea that is playing conference.
Nah.
I'm talking about Todd Bowley.
Is it not Chelsea?
It's Chelsea. See, let's listen to my brother. When there's a change of hand, my own policy may not be your own policy. My own style of government may not be your own style of government. You understand? Abramovich has set the standard for himself. This board does not come with that standard. They don't maintain Abramovich standard. They came with their own standard. That's why when they came in, almost everybody in Chelsea were sacked. They sacked almost everybody. The medical team were sacked. The chairman was sacked. Foreign directors were sacked. Some players were sold. So Chelsea was starting on the clean note. You understand? And they came to say they have a policy. Anybody above 25 years, they will not sign you.
But it doesn't erase the fact that they want to be the same Abramovich Chelsea. They just have a different way of doing it.
That is what I'm trying to tell. Abramovich come in and sign quality players, experienced players, mature players that have to compete with others.
All right.
But when they came in, they say they have a policy.
Okay, so that's aside.
And the policy has ended in Conference League and the scrappy Champions League qualification.
So the policy I'm talking about here is because nobody uses small players in England. You understand? As America tried it, he was being beaten right, left, and center when he started it. I get me. Nobody gather small players in England and succeed. Let's just face reality.
So is this a success or not?
When we were building every
we get that. So is this a success? Is this success or not, or a drop in standard?
To me, they have to build up from here.
That's not the answer to the question. Is what they're doing successful or a drop in standard?
We not see comparing Abramovich and this standard.
It's not a comparison of Abramovich and Todd Bowley. No, circumstances have led Chelsea to be where they are. But the intention or the goal remains the same, to dominate world football. They're not telling you that they want to be playing. Todd Bowley didn't tell you he wants to be playing Conference League. He says the target is to return Chelsea to the Champions League, right? And he wants to dominate. Now I'm asking you, they've won the Conference League, they've won the Europa League, they've won the Club World Cup, they've won the Champions League multiple times. So is this season, this state of Chelsea, this feat that they achieved yesterday, is it a success or is it a drop in standard?
Chelsea is now rated as the only club that has won all European competitions.
Is that a success or not?
It's a success.
All right.
It's a success.
You should have said that from the start.
That's a success.
All right.
You understand?
Okay.
So even if you want to dominate now, you are coming with the pattern you want to come and dominate does not follow the normal pattern. Will you dominate? So you ask the Chelsea board now.
You're going in two directions. You're going in two directions. And that's why Chuma has given you one narrative and Adese is giving you another.
Sammy, you are the one that is saying here that Todd Bowley want to maintain Chelsea standard. Isn't that what you said?
You were the one that said Roman Abramovich had a standard and Todd Bowley is trying to meet up to that standard. And I'm asking you.
Can I raise? Ayo, please, do you spend 116 million and 121 million on two midfielders, 65 million on the left back, 47 million on somebody like Cole Palmer, and then you said it's a good policy that ends in UEFA Conference League? If they don't want high standard, they will not plunge in expensive amount of money on these midfielders.
Spending that kind of money does not guarantee you this. There are some people who spend less.
Why will you spend that kind of money if you don't want success? Why will you spend that kind of money if you're not looking to build? I like what you said, Sam. They want to copy the Abramovich standard, because they know they acquired a club where the fans will groan and haunt them and criticize them, but they're going about it the wrong way. Inexperienced owners, inexperienced players, inexperienced managers will give you inexperienced results.
Arsenal brought in some couple of players who are quality. Liverpool brought in who are quality. The Chelsea bring quality to Chelsea team.
Hey, I need to understand where you stand. I need to understand.
Say that again.
Hey, wait.
He asked a question. What did he say?
He's talking about the disparity in quality between Arsenal and Chelsea.
The gulf is too wide. Look at the Premier League table. You see how Chelsea finished behind Liverpool.
That is it now. So
wait.
You are the one that said Chelsea spent a lot of money.
Hey, wait. I want to understand. I want to understand that you understand my question, and I want to understand what you're trying to say with your response to me. I've said here, this Chelsea yesterday night that achieved they completed everything. Real Madrid hasn't done it. No other club has done it, right? That is an achievement, yes or no?
I want to answer you in two ways.
No. I'm not waiting. No, I'm not waiting. Because the question is pretty simple. Is it a yes or no?
Because one, they have won all the European trophies in Europe.
It is an achievement. Now, wait, Jerry, wait there. Now, you look at the fact that Chelsea is Chelsea, and they are playing little children and beating them black, blue, and red and winning the competition. Is that a successful way to operate? Is that success? If I'm beating someone that I'm 20 times older than, should I be celebrating that victory?
So Real Betis is a small boy.
In comparison to Chelsea, they are.
So you have not seen where a small team has beaten a big team?
Of course. So the small team can celebrate. When David beats Goliath, is it not worthy of celebration? But if Goliath kills David, should he be celebrating?
What if Chelsea have lost yesterday? What will you be saying now?
That's my point. So I'm trying to understand you. Now you get where I'm shooting at. So if Chelsea had lost, everybody comes out and say they're not even the shame, then lose the final to small boys. So I'm asking you now, putting all of that into consideration, is is Chelsea successful with this feat, or they're not the shame, say then they win this kind? That's what I'm trying to achieve.
To me, so long as they won this thing yesterday, and they're the first team to have won all European this thing,
it is a success. All right.
Yes.
Okay, we spent the last 5 minutes arguing to get to the same point.
I love this, man.
All right. Okay, guys. Now you get the conversation. It's so unfortunate that we have a break to go into in less than 1 minute. But now you know. So because when it happens to the Super Eagles of Nigeria, you want to change the bar and say, oh, Nigeria is what? Which Eric Shell is a silly man for not winning the Unity Cup. You know the shame. He carry them Osimhen. You know if he win up. So don't shift the post. If it's successful for Chelsea, it should be successful for the Super Eagles of Nigeria, right? That's what I'm saying. Let's go on that break. When we come back, the phone lines are still open for you to talk.
Success is like an aeroplane. You only see the graceful flight high up in the sky, but not the roaring powerful engines propelling it. Likewise, in the world of e-payments, you only see transactions done, funds remitted. But who pioneered these financial technology solutions? Well, you knew it as ValueCard, now Unified Payments, Nigeria's premier financial technology service provider. Yes, it starts here. Find out more at www.up-ng.com. Unified Payments, unifying businesses for people.
Na so I dey on my own. Na a message enter my phone. Fiam. I can't click am. Fiam. Na so my money for account go. Fiam.
Hey, if to say na Airtel you dey use, dem for first alert you before you click am. Airtel dey identify spammers, then alert dem customers with AI-powered service to make sure say you no fall mugu for wuruwuru scam messages. No charges, no subscription needed. Me sef dey go join Airtel. Fiam. Airtel, a reason to imagine. Every day is about winning with one play on Nigeria Info. On Nigeria Info, daily winnings is now over 150,000 naira. Just go to oneplay.ng or dial *347 *880 *3#. Play with as little as 500 naira, and in a few seconds, your ticket is in the draw. The more you play, the better your chances of winning every day on the Morning Crossfire, WhatsApp Lagos, and Game On shows on weekdays, and the Football Frenzy shows on weekends. But that's not all. Every Friday, there will be a 500,000 naira jackpot. Playing during the week automatically qualifies you for the weekly jackpot. Your chances of winning are the same whether you play on oneplay.ng or dial *347 *880 *3#. Remember to play responsibly. Not suitable for persons under the age of 18. OnePlay is a registered trademark under Lasho Trading Services Limited, licensed by the Lagos State Lotteries and Gaming Commission.
Join Africa's top decision makers at Scofex Nigeria Exhibition, co-located with Toys and Games Expo, the leading platform for stationery, school and office equipment. Come and meet manufacturers of pens, pencils, markers, art and craft, toys and games, notebooks and diaries, IT and computing, office machines, among other office materials. Date 29th to the 31st of May 2025. Venue Landmark Center, Victoria Island, Lagos. Registration is free. Visit www.scofex.com to register.
Is that Alfie playing football in the rain?
It's Toby Chio.
My goodness. When did he grow up?
That's it with kids, so. It's amazing how your child grows up before your eyes. Enable their thriving development with the new NanKid 4 with HMOs to support your child's development, probiotics, and high-quality proteins to support age-appropriate growth. NanKid 4. Nourish your child's potential.
With BetKing Virtuals, every game fit make you hit jackpot. The power to win bigger is in your hands. Download the BetKing app and register today using the promo code FREEBETS to enjoy 100 naira instant bonus and other exciting offers. Terms and conditions apply. Not for persons under 18 years. Play responsibly.
It's new, it's fresh, it's the H45, the all-new Heineken 45CL. The H45 bottle is designed to fit into your lifestyle. It's the same great taste. Cheers to the new Heineken 45CL. The new Heineken 45CL with the same great refreshing taste, now in a size that fits your style. Drink responsibly. Not for sale to persons under 18.
This taste na banger, this taste na creamy rich, this taste na new Nescafe, original 3-in-1. Thickness, enjoyment, yumminess, happiness, delightfulness, deliciousness, smoothness. This taste na new Nescafe, original 3-in-1. Enjoy more creamy richness with the new Nescafe original 3-in-1 in the new pack. That's strong, finish strong.
My ions, please, can't get enough. My ions, please, give it to me now, now. It go rehydrate you, yeah. Replenish your ions with Pocari Sweat. Rehydrate you faster, easy with your third. Pocari Sweat, give me some more. Pocari Sweat.
If the world was ending.
It is an incontrovertible fact that the future of power is solar. It is becoming increasingly clear that solar is the way to go if reliable, clean, and uninterrupted power is our goal. Our homes need power. Our offices need power. Our public buildings need power. Our lives and activities need power. And of course, I mean reliable power. Now, at the Solar World Electric Technology Limited, we have cut our teeth as professionals in the business of solar and renewable energy, ranging from inverters, lithium-ion batteries, solar panels, panels, solar water heating systems, solar street lights, etc. You can visit our regional head office at the 26 Ima Abimbola Code off Fola Oshibo, Lekki Phase 1, Lagos, or our website on www.solarworldelectric.com, or you can call us on 0906 331 5492. Solar World Electric Technology Limited. We are redefining the limits.
Charlatan Quality Anti-Malaria contains Artemisa and Lumefantrine, available in cherry-flavored dispersible tablets with very convenient dosing for kids. Charlatan is also available in tablets for adults. Knock out malaria in 3 days with Charlatan from Shalina Healthcare. If symptoms persist after 3 days, consult your doctor.
Charlatan is endorsed by the Nigerian Medical Association.
All right, class, settle down. Today, let's talk about how you started your day.
We got dressed and had pancakes with John Vance 3-in-1 chocolate for breakfast.
My mom makes John Vance 3-in-1 chocolate for us too.
My mom calls it instant goodness. My sister and I always put it inside our pap. It's so yummy.
John Vance 3-in-1 chocolate is a chocolate drink made of rich cocoa, milk, and sugar. Available nationwide in stores. John Vance 3-in-1 chocolate. Enjoy instant goodness.
Hey guys, there's great food, amazing people, lively music. Yeah, but the vibe is missing.
I know what this party needs. Bartender, it's time for Seagram's Imperial Black Whiskey.
Okay, sir.
Guys, this is the vibe of Niger. Cheers! Every celebration needs an Imperial Black Whiskey. Seagram's Imperial Black Whiskey celebrates the vibe of Niger. Not for pregnant women and persons under the age of 18. Drink responsibly.
This Eid, now we'll go enjoy.
Now people will waka enter Grand Square, of course.
From June 2nd, go 7, Grand Square, they run better discounts. We go sweet your belly. Now the Grand Eid Bonanza. Discounts full ground like Suya for Ilea.
Special discounts on top brands for foodstuff, electronics, household, and many more. Better enjoyment they involved though.
Now celebration season with sweet savings and up to 60% off on select items.
So make you carry the whole squad. Go Grand Square for Abuja, Ikeja, VI, and Kano.
Grand Square Eid Bonanza. Ilea just got better.
Discounts everywhere. Come shop with no wahala.
From June 2nd to the 7th, you know where to be.
It's Grand Square. Come and shop with glee.
See as you just a casual steady. Abeg, come so for your party now. Make I feel do better thing like you.
My guy, now better no drop update. Oh, hey. Just refer your party them and both of una go get 1,000 naira free bet each.
Just like that?
Yes, so.
Oh yeah, share your code with your people. Make una start the win. Better no. The game don't start to. You not go fit play if you never reach a team. Play responsibly. Terms and conditions apply.
All right. Business meeting in Banjul on Monday, then back to Lagos for the family dinner on Tuesday. Oh, can't wait for the boat cruise in Banjul on Wednesday. And then Friday, I will...
Hold up, all in 1 week? Do you realize Banjul isn't just across the street?
Well, with ValueJet's new routes, it's easier than ever.
That's right. Enjoy affordable flights, reliable service, and a smooth travel experience with ValueJet from Lagos to Banjul and back. Come along and experience Banjul, the smiling coast of Africa, with us. Book now at www.flyvaluejet.com.
ValueJet. Wings for everyone.
Happiness for everyone is when you cook with the aroma and the taste. It is sweet my belly.
For ogbonge taste and aroma.
Success is like a big mansion. You only see the magnificent edifice, not the strong foundation that holds it. Likewise, in the world of e-payments, you only see transactions done and funds remitted, But who pioneered these financial technology solutions? Well, you knew it as Value Card, now Unified Payments, Nigeria's premier financial technology service provider. Yes, it starts here. Find out more at www.up-ng.com. Unified Payments, unifying businesses for people.
Hello, Mrs. Martins.
Yes. Oh, Mrs. Johnson, how may I help you?
Junior's body temperature is high and he's complaining about headaches and body aches.
Not to worry. Get Bruston and suspension.
Okay, ma. I'll call you back.
Bruston End Suspension for Children is a sweet-tasting brand of ibuprofen which provides relief against toothache, pains, and fever in children after 30 minutes.
Hello, ma. Oh, Junior, stop that.
Is everything okay,
ma? Junior is fine now. In fact, Junior, sorry, ma. I'll call you back.
Bruston End Suspension for Children. Always take the doctor after meal. It symptoms after 2 days. A quality from Rambase.
Did you know? 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 Your dose of facts we bet you never knew. Right here on Nigeria Info 99.3.
Did you know that you can actually die of laughing? And a number of people have, typically due to intense laughter causing a heart attack or suffocation. Comedy shows should come with a warning.
And a piece of the puzzle now revealed. Keep questioning, keep listening, only on Nigeria Info 99.3.
For 3 great seasons, the fans have fought with passion and fire, their best they brought. The banter was bold, the debates were tight, each word a weapon, each match a fight. But now it's bigger, the stakes much higher, the battle returns and it's full of fire. Fan Battle 4 with Femi and the Gang on 99.3 Nigeria Info. The stage is bang. In partnership with Sports Salon, we raise the game with glory, honor, and a shot at fame. Think you've got what it takes to score? And step right up. It's time for more.
Fan Battle 4 starts Tuesday, June 3rd through July from 7 p.m. weekdays on Nigeria Info.
Fan Battle 4. Let the battle be.
953 Info, your nation low.
I am Martin Tyler here, Press Life and Senator. I'm not in.
Yes, so set for this Saturday's UEFA Champions League final. And guys, it's been a great season for football lovers all over the world. And the road to the for this year has been nothing short of exciting. Just and PSG take on Milan in the final on Saturday at the Arena. Now, it all comes down to that one particular game that could span beyond 90 minutes. But here's the one thing you need to know, guys, and really consider. And it is the fact that it's not just about the teams on the pitch in the Inter Milan side and, of course, the Paris Saint-Germain side. It's more about how you, how I, and how they at Heineken experience the game on that particular day. So think about it. What better way to soak in all the excitement than with Heineken on Saturday? Yes, on May the 31st, 2025, come and experience the final like never before at the Lagos Continental Hotel here on Victoria Island in Lagos. It sure is going to be one of the refreshing Champions League viewing parties you have ever experienced. That's right. Now imagine walking in a big screen surrounded by passionate full fans like yourself. Your eye cold Heineken in one hand and the building past every play and every goal and every action on the other side to go with it. Now that's the Heineken experience that you're guaranteed to get, and you don't want to miss out on that experience. Now for more information on how to be part of the experience, follow Heineken on social media platform. Again, is at Heineken at HEINEKENG on all the platforms. There's no else to be on the UCL night, UEFA Champions League night, and here's saying cheers to what makes us real football fans. back to your thoughts on WhatsApp. We're talking about what success could be or should mean for Chelsea as ever the team playing feat achieved by the Blues in Poland yesterday for the UEFA Conference League final. And 08095975805B. We're heading next to take all of your thoughts that are coming through on WhatsApp. You were awesome yesterday. Got you. Thank you so much. Since the UCL TT, this has been our best season, so it's a successful season for me. I will take what we have over Arsenal's season. Peter from Akure. We're coming to that conversation of comparing Chelsea's season with Arsenal's and Tottenham Hotspur's. All right, and I want you to put aside your bias, your support for the teams, or your, you want to do with the other side. Really evaluate the seasons for these three sides and see which is a success and in what particular order. All right. Good evening, guys. This is Joseph. Whatever anyone is saying right now about Chelsea is just out of hate. They should look at the disparity between Liverpool, Arsenal, and also same Chelsea that won the same number of games and all, and still went one to try. 2 billion we are clearing for. Chelsea has they also sold 17 players in the process with a net spend of 355 million for the last 6 years. Now compared this with the fellow Premier League club. Say haters keep hammering. This is just that Chelsea are back. All right. Akolade in the States is emphasis always made on Chelsea ending. Is Chelsea not settled? These crop of players have every right to celebrate achievements. We are not dealing with that here. This is a new era. Abramovich bought many established players and none of them flopped. Most of the players bought Chelsea on this era can never be compared to those. Reality on the ground is the male team has an upward trajectory so far. Okay, still waiting for that one angle to this conversation that will really sway me. Samwine, good evening. Time, Chance, good evening. Time, Chance, personnel, owners, Roman, Mourinho, Didier, Lampard, Terry, Petacek, and are we in the same generation quality today? Please calm down. Sam's from Lekki. I agree 100% with Ayo from Ikorodu. It's an achievement for the current Chelsea team. I'm not talking about current Chelsea team. I'm talking about the club and success in totality, whether it be for Chelsea or Arsenal or anybody else. And I'm not even looking at whether the squad is young or old or mid. I'm not even looking at that. I'm just looking at what success should mean in total. Kevin from Barrick says, good evening. I want to ask a question. United that is sitting to the table now, assuming fight for the Conference League next season, will they be better than where they are now? Or Chuma.
The question not to clear me. As in,
so United that is 16 to the table now, assuming that they fight for Conference League next season, will be better than where they are now.
Will be better than where they are now because they would have been 8th in the Premier League, which will be better than 16th. But by Man U standards, being in the conference, Europa Conference League will be huge embarrassment, even more than Chelsea, because Man U have won the Premier League 30 times. Man U have been European champion 3 times, once. So historically, Man U are a bigger club than historically. Because even Manchester in the conference.
Let's face and assume one, maybe the King Cup or something that qualifies them with Conference League and finish 16th. That's trophy or 8 with a trophy.
For Manchester United, for Tottenham Hotspur,
a trophy in this case,
a trophy and 17th is success for Tottenham. Tottenham, a trophy and 17th is success. For Manchester United, a trophy and 17th compared to 8th actually still embarrassing. The fact that you're going to be in Conference League, push it to top 5. Put me in the side corner. But that's easy. I don't have to even think about it. For a team that had not won a trophy in 2 decades, Pochettino said, the current coach of the side said thing after that game, and it's true that if Tottenham Hotspur had finished second in the Premier League and lost the Europa League final, it would have been a failure for them. Reason being, he didn't use the word failure, but reason from my POV that it's not the first to be second in the Champions League, not in second in the Carabao. They wanted to win a trophy to break that mega block. So winning a trophy, even if they got gated, a trophy as Europa League would have been a massive achievement for Tottenham, which is what they have done. So now they can push themselves away from that. From next season, the standard to be different. Next season, if they were to win the UEFA Conference League, for example, if Tottenham were to be there and then finish 17th, it's embarrassing. But based on this season, for a team that had not won a trophy in about 2 decades or more, it was important they won something. And the fact that they even won something as big as Europa League made it even more of a success for Spurs.
Should Spurs be playing the Europa League?
Why are you gay? Yeah. I said you should go play that shit. Play you see how you come from 17th league and you're playing the Champions League, the league of big boys. It's crazy, right? But since that's the rule, well done
for
to
a
them.
club the size of Spurs, never won the league, won a couple of FA Cups, and all that they are. Once come for the Premier League, are they a Champions League team or a Europa League team?
The fact that we ran up and called them a top 4 team Again, not forget in a hurry, one of those seasons where there was an accusation of food poisoning because Arsenal and Tottenham were playing for plus there was no talk about food poisoning for and Arsenal actually advantage heading into the final day of the season. By those standards of time, they became a team who saw it's a real feeling they left to be for. So more so in a season like this, where the privilege of having 5 slots and more sport is. But I'm to be honest, David Moyes, Everton came in who you connect with people guys. But when Moyes left, Everton dropped so badly that they were battling relegation, and that's why this season where they didn't battle relegation, this has a substitute for themselves. So Tottenham, and with all due respect to them, on the same pedestal, Manchester United or Arsenal or Chelsea. These teams have higher standards than Tottenham on that.
Okay, Arsenal season, Chelsea season, Spurs season.
Arsenal had a disappointing season. Yeah, disappointing for them.
Which is most disappointing of these three sides?
Of these three, is Manchester United.
No, not United. Arsenal, Chelsea, Spurs.
Arsenal, Chelsea, Spurs. This is Arsenal.
Most disappointing.
Yeah, most disappointing is Arsenal. Yes.
Semi-final in the Champions League.
Yeah.
Second league.
That is not the plan. What was the plan going into the season?
They
invested to a level where they were just on the line. I keep using that phrase. They were on the line. What Arteta needed to do this season was to drag them over the line. And he could not do that. The problem was Manchester City. I mean, they were good. Just that Manchester City do need to a blip. And the blip became and the slump became a collapse. And the collapse became a calamity. What did Arsenal do? They didn't do nothing. They bottled it early on and gave Liverpool the title. Look at the points Liverpool in the league with. No disrespect. 98 points, you no win. 98 points. Liverpool at some point have gone 97. They win the league. That was the standard. Because Manchester City, the standard creators were not the equation. Arsenal bought it and so much investment. Look at the crop that they have. Arteta had a big source of one Europe League. And what that? They reward that they are going to play in the Champions League. And the trophy for the first cabinet. For Chelsea, they are billion-pound bottle jobs. You can't call them that anymore. You can't call them billion-pound bottle jobs anymore because the youngsters have navigated through that psychological barrier. They know what it means that for Chelsea trophy means a lot. Even if some persons are saying, is it the right place? But Chelsea had also qualified for the Champions by themselves, totally. Top 4. So the team that have the success in Arsenal. You're supposed to get them around.
I don't between Spurs and Chelsea.
This is big time. What the place in between Chelsea? Wow, this is hard. I think it's Chelsea's winning for them. They're in the Champions League.
Both Champions League.
Yeah, they're both the Champions League, and Chelsea's have the Conference League where they are.
Which is a inferior competition.
By the link of the Premier League fourth and the money that will come with it.
So the league placement decides the better season between Chelsea. Why should that Premier League placement not decide the different Arsenal? These are two.
For Arsenal, they are way these teams and assemblage. And the money that is okay. Now let me put it. It's a project of building. 5 years without just one FA Cup to show for it. For Chelsea,
so let's have the project. Let's leave what it is they're built for 5 years this season.
Okay, that's what I mean. This season was disappointing for Arsenal. Trophy finishing second, way points ahead of Liverpool. Champions League semi-final got knocked out by Paris Saint-Germain. If they had won at one, maybe the Premier League. They were busy signs right there. If they had strikes, and who didn't sign striker? Whose fault? Mikel Arteta.
Okay, now here's another question.
Sam, 2012.
Chelsea won the Champions League and finished 12th. Who won the Premier League that season? Manchester City. And finished maybe in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. Which was the better season?
Who just sacked that season that Chelsea won the Champions League? Somebody lost his job.
I can't remember.
I think Di Matteo.
Di Matteo was the one that won them the Champions League.
Yeah, and then he lost job for the other
season. But that season that they won the they finished 12th, won Champions League. Marine sacking or whatever. AVB was sacked and they won Champions League and finished 12th. Some 30 points behind Manchester United or City who won the league. Now that City won league finished quarterfinals of the Champions League.
Just went on to win it.
Yeah. So if you look at one league quarterfinals, the Champions League 12.
Then for Chelsea,
City
won the whole season. Yeah, but it doesn't matter so long as they were not relegated. Do you understand?
I don't understand.
The only way to where they finished.
So if you rate and win Champions League, and then Arsenal finishes second final Champions League, what do we say?
I think that the fans will won that Champions League and relegated. They will say they will come back the next
and you said something about fans being emotional. Being sent to me just one trophy. The grand scheme of things. What deserve? Time reach.
Mommy, you want to watch YouTube?
Not my phone again. Every YouTube.
Oh, mommy, you want to watch YouTube?
You want to watch YouTube? Not with my phone. I want to watch TV.
What? There's no use on TV.
For the Airtel month, 425 naira. Come on YouTube on any. Our TV.
Yay!
Turn MTV or smart TV with Airtel's attracted and watch Hollywood movie, football, and lots more. You'll find it today. Airtel, a reason to imagine. Success is aeroplane. You only see the gold flight high up in the sky, not the roaring, powerful engine. Likewise in the world of e-payment, you only see transactions done, funds rented. Two identity small technology solutions. Well, Alupa, now unified payments, Nigeria's premier financial technology service. Yes, it starts here. Find out more at www.ue-ng.com. Unit Payments, unifying business for people.
When it comes to winning, I get a plenty. You bet keep up. Register with promo code FreeBets. You enjoy 100 naira instant bonus. Conditions apply. Not for person under 18 years. Responsibly.
Oh, what happened now? No bonus for all my line. No panic. As MTN don't cap it, charges come. Every 6 minutes you talk. Dash you 3 extra minutes. Fiat. Enter MTN charges. Star 121 text 302 apply.
This Eid, who go enjoy?
People will enter grand sale.
From June 2nd, the Grand Eid bonanza is full on
Set discounts on top brands for foodstuff, electronics, household, and many more payments they involved.
Now celebration season, sweet savings and up 6% on items.
Like people squad, Grand Square for Abuja, Ikea, and Kano.
Grand Square Eid bonanza, delay but better.
Discounts everywhere. With Ahala.
From 2nd to 7th, you know where be.
Grand Square, come and shop with me.
It's new, it's fresh. It's the H45, the all-new High 45 here. 45 bottles that fits into your lifestyle. The same growth and the new Heineken 45 CL. New Heineken 5 CL with the same great chase now fits your style. Chris on to be not to today.
It's saying how child grew up for your life. Enable their thriving development. A care they need with the new NAN Kit 4 with HMOs to support probiotics to help your child's digestion and development, and high quality proteins to support age appropriate growth, and all of these work to support your development day and more. Make it raise your child's potential.
Every day when my child meets I come step. Hello, I know you. But these wetty uniforms are soft. Quickly in the morning, everything don't try. I understand though. School is hectic. Takes energy to comb transform. So I make sure the nutritious meal breakfast.
Kids need nourishing energy. Give them Milo at breakfast. It has nutrients that's good to release to help them get the most out of their day. Milo, energy to go further.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We are.
We're back. Nigeria.
Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages,
Not long to go now for the final of the 24-25 Champions League Center stage at the Allianz Arena Munich. And guys, it's been such a wonderful and exciting season for footballers, and the road to key, which is Saturday final, has not short of breathtaking and unpredictable. Now it all to the division inside magnificent if that they in Munich. They even go on to extra time. But here's the thing, before it's just how the teams that will be that, it's about who or how we are talking to you, experience that particular game and how we go on to that. So what way, because guys, what better way to really sell all of that excitement that is sure to be served? Yes, on May the 31st, 2025, come and experience the final like never before. The Legal Club and Lagos is sure to be one of the most refreshing Champions League view party you have ever experienced. Now imagine that game on a big screen, surrounded by passionate fans, Heineken bottle, and handball, and enable the air everyone action. Go with it. That's how experience, and you don't miss on that. Now, for more information, how parts of this experience, follow Heineken and Crawl Show for NG on all social. Nowhere else to be on Saturday, 31st of May. I've be at the Less Continental Hotel, Victoria, Lagos for the Heineken UDL final few weeks, because this is what makes us real fans, and that certainly is Heineken. My name is Saint Gideon from I'm a United fan, but I wish you still had a good season regardless. And that's please, how do I get a ticket for this year's Goal Fest? Alex Lasso, www.nigeria.com. That you get your free ticket, right? Give me a day about the great your from Ilasamaja. Olawale says it's not how won the Conference League. What would you have said about that? For me, what you would have said about that? This one says, I don't even care. All of haters like Chelsea. European trophy is a huge. Absolutely nobody would tough Chelsea if Chelsea didn't win that final. Same you people. Who is the you people you are talking about? All right. This is Joseph from Ojo. He says, Chuma and Adeze, do you want Chelsea to be sweeping the Conference League? It's only an umbrella that will not celebrate achievement in respect to what you're saying. Good chill fan when you're there, but it's really very, very touching. Good evening, sports crew. Thanks for the sports sixers from Ayanwale Road in Ijokjai in Lagos. Guys, please, I want you to understand something. Abramovich's policy is different from the present owners. Policy drives objectives. Ola from Ikorodu says, please tell me how many players in the Chelsea squad have before, apart from James Enzo, they should not celebrate their first trophy. Is this year Chelsea was relegated to Conference League and you're not answering my question? Evening as Gates says, mind you, Britain has Europa been 5 times with no trophy. That's true. Barcelona dropped from UCL to play the UEFA Europeans and qualify. Yeah, Chelsea season was a success. Why? Look at Chelsea's recent past since third came in, struggling, banded, insulted from everyone. That's not a yardstick to use in this conversation. Okay. Good evening to everyone. In this, I am ashamed on behalf of most Chelsea fans because before and after the less privileged league they won was a competition like teams like Bournemouth Palace should be playing. Means not Adigun from Ikorodu says. Alright, this Chelsea fan that they will get bonus. Chelsea told him team that believe that will carry the cup bonus for Enzo Maresca for winning the Europa Conference League, but I'm sure he's not bothered about that. Promise from Ogote says Man United hints also play at Europa after beating Man City. We found ourselves Conference League and we won it and also qualified for the Champions. So relax and stop putting pressure on Chelsea. Hello Sam, serious that is forgetting this club lost the owner and ownership and about the club went down. Please Sam, kindly remind her in types of losing. Ola from Mowe Axis is saying Barca and Man United played Europa League and couldn't win it at all. So Chelsea winning Europa and Conference each time they found themselves there shows they dropped below standards. Both showed competitors are boss and hope I understand what you're saying. Jack and Dave Estate is solo. All right. Let's get back to phone 277099302014657. Then we'll talk about some other conversation right on the show. Give it to you.
Good
evening. What's your name?
Yeah, Wale from Savoya.
What do you?
Congratulations to you now.
Okay, actually, okay.
Because yeah, I don't.
Oh, let's all run in.
I'm done.
Oh yeah.
Normal, you guys like celebrate because it's been a while. You understand? But I just don't understand why you guys are just over. Some of you are overdoing.
Okay.
You understand? Because if Arsenal has never won Euro Cup before, but I don't think I will celebrate to the extent I saw you're doing yesterday.
All right.
Yeah. So I think I'll get up your office for the big. So what you guys just did yesterday that just deploy for it.
Would you substitute Arsenal season for Chelsea's?
What is it?
Would you substitute Arsenal season for Chelsea season?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
No.
So for you, Arsenal had a better season, right?
Yeah. I think I'll take that semi-final.
Okay. Did Spurs have a better season than Arsenal?
No.
Okay. Yeah.
Spurs has a bigger fee. But I don't think it's because they will list and they might not
than Chelsea.
Yes, now. Because they have a bigger trophy and they are in the Champions League.
And they are 17. Matabi.
Matter for now.
All right. For now. Boya allow my matabi. Boya wa matani. All right. Thank you so much.
Good
evening to you.
Hello, to the boss.
What's your name?
My name. First, I appreciate you. You are a confident fan of Chelsea. Because I lead commentary say, even when we are leading Chelsea, you are strong. So I give it to you.
I tell.
Your commentary was, you are not even feeling free at all. That's say you are confident.
That's my question. How could if I was feeling that and I wasn't expressing that? I tell.
I think your voice.
Because you don't see.
Yes, I know. I'm not on the Chelsea fan. Because your community they gave you that award. Having said that, I don't actually qualifying Chelsea with the success. I even wonder why Chelsea fans people to feel. And I want to ask, how many teams started on them? All of the full amongst the and went all the way and win the cup.
But they didn't give them beat certain number.
Then cup. Because every tournament even and hoping that wins eventually it should be a success. So I don't think I'm fully around.
So it is a success individually, but compared to other successes for teams, that's the question. That's the conversation.
No. I'd be saying if you guys should be end of your life. I don't say anything for that. That's what I'm saying. It's a success.
Right.
And you win it.
Okay.
So, as I said, I don't think I should qualify. Anybody, even if I was making a business from that comment, analyze football and age should be an success.
Okay. Thank you. Appreciate you for calling in. Hello, good evening to you. Hi, good evening.
Yeah, this is guys.
Where are you calling from?
Yeah, this is Shuf from Spirit.
All right, so
I think the topic is a the success. It's a shame.
Okay.
You went to a league where we played Noah, Goliath, and
and Mary Magdalene.
Imagine Chelsea as a team being relegated in the Premier League, then they went to Championship, win it, and now start celebrating it. No, now this is Chelsea. This is not West Ham. This is not. I'm a diehard one, and I will not say the success. We didn't discuss if it was actually high. So all can spend money, we signed out, ended up finding ourselves in the traffic. And I know if we don't win it yesterday, we'll be that come on, we may not win.
So which would you rather?
We'll take the win because but look at what we
So
have
why
done,
introduce it? It's not celebrated, you done that.
because but I want to talk.
So why is not successful? Why take it?
Let me say what success is, Sam.
Is losing a failure. You probably find a Conference League a failure for Chelsea. Isn't it a failure? Maybe if winning it is not a success, it's losing it. Is losing a failure?
It's a failure.
Okay, all right. Is winning it a success? Is winning it a success?
It is not a success to Chelsea. It's a success to West Ham.
All right, okay.
Let me give you a good example. You can't be winning. You are someone that is no winning 10 million, 50 million, 10 million, 10 million. You win 100 living on the house.
Wow. So if I give you 100,000, you rather because you are Otedola's son or son-in-law, I should be giving you 10 million. Okay. All right. Thank you. I appreciate you for calling in. Hello. Good evening. Turn off your set.
All right.
Click.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Check that radio set is still on. I saw the background. Go ahead.
Okay. I want to see the winning to Chelsea. And these are my point behind that. Check around and see that we have a new owner who just about 3 years managing club. None of them up to 2 seasons, 3 seasons that they are yet to do. They are young in the future, but they are yet to get to a level. So if a team that can go up in an Euro tournament and was able to win the level of between the champions, let's celebrate. It might be a lower trophy or an unrecognizable trophy. But let's be sincere. If you bring out a team that you bring them to bring up now of any tournament, that much buy. If you buy, it is going to deliver. Look at Arsenal. Arsenal got Rice, Amos, Timber, Caliber, Partey, all of them put together. How many years of being together? They are celebrating their success by beating. They are Chelsea beat in time. Chelsea have beat Madrid 3. Go and check your record. So it is not a big deal for Arsenal that they beat Madrid. Chelsea have done that. So I don't know what they are saying that Arsenal's season is better celebrated than Chelsea's season.
All right.
We have a trophy to show for that. Anyway.
Okay. All right.
How many points did they make? What's different? Their points to Chelsea points on the table.
5.
That's why Chelsea encounter a lot of trouble in the new year.
All right. I get your point. Thank you so much. Appreciate you for calling. All right.
Thank you, Sam.
All right then. Information that you can use while celebrating what success. Let's talk about what could be something to go along with that success for you. Now, guys, if you still don't know what's up, I pretty much excited to tell you what's up, really, because enjoyment, like you know it, is not complete until you add sket to that equation. Now, I'm not talking about the sket that ladies wear. I'm talking about the drink. Sket blended brandy and Sket cafe rum always makes any party taste, look, and sound better. Now, your Master's Choice drink, Sket blended brandy, is for those who love it smooth and strong. And I bet you can never go wrong with that as well. That's something Chima would probably say, even eyes closed. They love it smooth, they love it strong, and they can never go wrong with that. Give me one more. Smooth, strong.
I don't want it to be too long.
Okay.
So it
All
doesn't
right.
sound like a song.
Oh, I say one now, Juma. Now
Sorry,
one.
that would be wrong. No,
All right, I bet you can never go wrong with that. And if you love the uniquely blended coffee flavor and rich taste in alcohol, then this one's for you. And it's called the Sket Cafe Rum, made with quality ingredients. That one is there for you to certainly enjoy. Now, whatever the occasion may be, whether it's your birthday, a wedding anniversary, a wedding ceremony, the Champions League final, the Europa League Conference League final, a promotion to celebrate a new child. It could be a new win, that new job, that new car, whatever it is. We've got you covered at MP Masterpiece Limited with Sket Blended Brandy and Sket Cafe Rum. And guess what, guys? You can also enjoy Sket Blended Brandy and Sket Cafe Rum plain, or you can enjoy it mixed. You can have it alone, or you can have it with friends. You can have it at home, or you can have it at parties. The choice is yours, but the satisfaction you can rely on. Definitely, brands are registered with NAFTAC and suitable for both men and women. But the categories of persons that should not be consuming Sket are those that are pregnant and persons that are under the age of. Now, before you drink, remember to drink responsibly. Still talking about game on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's quickly talk about some of the conversation as we count down to yet another break. Guys, don't forget, we've not mentioned this enough. There's money to be given away, courtesy of our friends at One Play. We're giving away some money today. Star 347 star 880 star 3 hash www.oneplay.ng. Looking back at Mohamed Salah, right, guys, and looking at the career he's had from Basel to Chelsea to Roma to Liverpool, and what he's achieved for himself. Now, former Chelsea midfielder John Obi Mikel has claimed that Mohamed Salah failed to make the grade at Chelsea due to his mentality. The winger was at Stamford Bridge between 2014 and 2016 and made just 13 Premier League appearances for but since joining Liverpool in 2017, he's established himself as one of the greatest players. John Mikel Obi claimed that Mohamed Salah's mentality was the reason he struggled to make an impact at Chelsea. Now, that looks like a scathing, maybe not to the degree scathing would mean, but it looks like some sort of aspersion casting or casting aspersions on someone's quality. But do you agree with John Obi Mikel when he says that the mentality of Mohamed Salah was the reason why he didn't make the grade at Chelsea, considering the amount of the quality or the mentality that Chelsea had in that group? The Ballacks, the Makaleles, the Lampards, the Terrys, the Cavaliers, the Czechs, the Ashley Coles, and a young Mohamed Salah getting in there and not cutting it. Is that something that could be considered as true?
I know that Lamine Yamal, hit the height at 17. I know there's a certain Freddie Adu from the USA Ghana and then USA who hit the height in the MLS in the USA at the age of 14, 15. But not everybody is that privileged. And I think that, is he going to say same thing about Kevin De Bruyne too, who was at Chelsea between 2012 and 2010, who's just a year older than Salah, who not caught it there, but have moved on to become the test in the history of the Premier League himself, one of the best in the history of the Premier League. I think for certain players, certain places don't just walk. I get Mikel, he was at Chelsea then, so he'll know better than myself. But I think he'll be unnecessary, with all due respect, to have to start dragging us back to Salah and saying he didn't have the right mentality. That's why he didn't shine at Chelsea. He was just about 20, 21 at that time, 10, 11 years ago. And there's no need for us to even have to go back there. I know that things lead to, as they say, talk leads to talk. I feel we should focus on what that guy has achieved and what he keeps achieving with his side, and forget about some players blossom early and then fizzle out very early. They play the best of their football between 18 and then by 28 they are done. You don't have the best of them. Some ones peak by the age of 20 and last until 30. Some other ones start late by 25 and shine until 35. Let's enjoy them when they are shining and not go back to a 20, 21-year-old Salah at Chelsea and start talking about how weak his mentality was when we have seen him grow. Some people are slow starters, but when they hit high speed, nobody can stop them. So Mikel, you started very early on the 20s, you started shining and then moved on to Chelsea and kept winning. But you retired earlier than Salah is still shining at this stage. He may shine until he's 35. You, Mikel, did not shine at the highest level until that age. So let's focus on the guy's success and forget about that past, Mikel.
All right. So what do you also make of that conversation? Did Salah's mentality, what could he possibly have done? Did he go to the market and buy a new mentality or something. Or what could have happened or contributed? Could the environment at the time, and yeah, I know I spoke about the egos in that side, but he also come into a Liverpool side that had what was there at Chelsea. So maybe the distance between Chelsea and Liverpool, which is Roma, must have done him some sort of good. Yeah, but if he had the mentality at Basel, I mean, that's a lesser club. Why they didn't bring that mentality to Chelsea? Because that's what the Blues saw to get him to come there. And maybe we should also give Roma and Liverpool some sort of credit for, despite that weak mentality, buying the player. So was it a case of Chelsea not seeing it and Liverpool seeing it and Roma seeing it, or he didn't do it and he somehow got it there? I don't know if I'm confusing you with that. All right. So join that conversation as well, guys. Let's quickly talk about Antonio Conte as well. He's in the news, but that will be on the other side of the break, where we'll also be giving away money on the show. *347 *880 *3# and www.oneplay.ng. We'll talk about Conte and we'll talk about the Super Falcons of Nigeria's AFCON 2024 get set to take center stage. Just 36 days to go. The Super Falcons are Africa's most successful women's team in WAFCON history. The queens of the pitch with a legendary record. Can they do it again? If we win this competition again, is that success? We're back to that conversation again. Or is success now going to mean winning the World Cup? Let's talk on the other side of the break.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info.